Hi everyone, this is Kay from Mad Main, and I'm going to show you my haul from Norway here. So here I have everything pretty much spread out that I bought in Norway, and if you haven't seen my little video where I take you to Salvation Army in Norway, you should go back and look at that, because some of this you will see in that video as well. But anyway, here is a collection of the stuff I was able to stuff in my suitcase and get back to America. So let's get through and see what I got. So who of you know who this is? Well, I know a couple of you know who this is. This is the Movements. So this is a very famous children's book series in Scandinavia. The author is Finnish and Swedish-Finnish, and we call them the Moomy Trolls, but these are the Movements, and this is a sweater for my daughter, and she just absolutely loved this. So I got that for my daughter. Then it rained so hard when we came to Norway, and I had packed rain gear, but let me tell you, I had not packed strong enough rain gear. So I had to go, actually for practical reasons, also to Salvation Army, because I refused to pay retail. You know that. So I went there with one of the primary reasons to buy rain jackets. And I got 2 rain jackets, and they fit both of my kids. So these are you've probably seen this brand in America too, Helly Hansen. And I got this very, very sturdy, nice one for my daughter. And I got the same one here for my son. And those worked great. My son also got a sweater. And for some of you that deal in clothes, this is probably a brand that you are sort of familiar with and always hope to find. This is Dale of Norway, or Dale of Norway, as they say here. But Dale of Norway, beautiful wool sweater. And here, this is really just a fleece pullover. But I had to just get something because I hadn't actually packed enough really warm stuff either. So I just picked that up for my daughter. And over here is something for me. And this was, let's see here, 139 kroners. This is the tag from Salvation Army. This is awesome pair of ski pants. I always try to look for ski gear when I go home. And this, so this would probably translate to about $25. So that's, you know, kind of hefty for a thrift store price, but they are fantastic ski pants, and I'm going to wear them this winter. This was probably about $3. This one was about $7. And the raincoats, I think they were pretty cheap. I was actually surprised. So I think I paid about $5 or $6 each. The Movement sweater I paid up for a little bit because they are very popular in Norway too. There's a big nostalgia for these guys. So I paid almost $10 for that. But I mean, oh my gosh, it's awesome. And this is one of the primary reasons why I go to Salvation Army when I go to Norway, because I try to pick up a ton of children's books because I teach my children Norwegian, and we read a lot of books. And here are some of the, actually these are all of the books that I picked up this time. Great variety. And for the same reason, I also pick up DVDs. And it's very important that these are dubbed into Norwegian. So all of these movies here are dubbed into Norwegian. And I paid about, I think, $3 each. And that's very good for me. And here are some computer games. Same reason. They are in Norwegian. And actually there's 2 missing because I already gave it to my son because he had finished a lot of work on his Norwegian homework. I'm a very mean mama. They think sometimes. I really, really work hard for them to learn the language. But as a reward, they get to play Norwegian video games, so that works out great. And again, I think I paid about $3 per computer game. And just one book for me this time. I have to pick one book, you know. I'm not sure if this guy is even translated, but it's one of my favorites. $2. There is a lot of pewter in Norway, and here is this awesome little ladle thing that I bought. And I am going to use this myself, I think, for Christmas and serve glögg in it, which is this mulled wine that's very common with Scandinavians. I paid about $5 for that. Here are some just gorgeous pictures that I got. Just absolutely beautiful from the, I would say from the 70s. And this guy, a fisherman here, I paid about $4 for him. This is actually a set, and it just broke my heart because the glass actually cracked on this one. Look at that beautiful moose with the moose calf there. And these are just beautiful prints. And they were about $5 each. And then finally, one for my kids' room. These are the what you call English, in Billy Goat's Gruff. And actually, that is a Norwegian fairy tale. So if you know that fairy tale, you now know that that is a Norwegian one with a troll under the bridge. So I got that for my kids' room, and that was only $2. And then I got this copper plaque of, I guess this is what you call elk in America. And just very quaint, very good in the cabin. And I only paid $2, about $2. So that was cool. Here is some very collectible Norwegian plates. These kind of just show everyday life, you know. These are made in the 70s and very collectible. They are made by Stavanger flint. I'll turn one over here so you can actually see the, oops, sorry. You can see the marking there, made in Norway, as you can see, Stavanger flint. And just very collectible, very whimsical. But I paid up a little bit. I paid $8 a piece for these, but they are very collectible. And then over here, I'm going to a neighbor now. This is not Norway, this is Sweden. And these are both made by a company called Rörstrand. Maybe you have heard about it here. But these are just beautiful pieces, very collectible. This is sort of a, I don't know, a casserole dish. I paid about $12 for that. And this one is actually my favorite, and this one I'm going to keep because I have some pieces of this already. I just love that very strict masculine shape of that. It's also a casserole. And that one I paid about $5 for, and this one I think, yeah, was about $12. But let me show you the marking. Okay, so here is the marking on one of them. And in this particular pattern, I just looked it quickly up before I made this video, and the sugar bowl just sold in September for like $37. So, and this is a much larger dish, a casserole. But yeah, so anyway, that is Rörstrand from Sweden. Always look for that. Now, this is that teapot that I already showed you in my little live hangout that I did early last week. And this is just absolutely one of my favorites. As I told you then, I have looked for a teapot like this for about 2 years, and I finally find it, you know, at Salvation Army. It's just a perfect spout. No drippies there. Just beautiful European cobalt is going to go with my own tea set. I like very sort of, like I used to call them like sort of masculine pieces, which means not a lot of frills or anything, very strong colors, very strong lines. So I paid about $12 for this, but totally a keeper. Just beautiful. Love this. Okay, back to the pewter aisle. This is actually a little vintage cigarette holder. It's made in Norway, and I just think it's just adorable. It has a little, let's see here, a little acorn, I think, on top. And she actually took a little bit of a price for me down, so I paid about $4 for this. And I just thought, these things, you can use it for all kinds of things, you know, not just for cigarettes, but very nice pewter from Norway. These are just some very nondescript egg cups, and the lady, when I checked out, just gave them to me for free because there was no price on them, and she said, oh, just take them with you. And anyway, I like to sell egg cups in my antique booth because it's hard to find here, so it doesn't really matter what the brands they are, they always disappear. And finally, 2 things from the bargain shelf. If you saw that video, you could see that on the very bottom of all the shelves, there was a bargain shelf, and I actually got a mug. Yes, I know. But I'm going to keep this one for my boy because it says good boy on it in Norwegian. And I paid about $1.50 for that. It's a German. So yeah, that was very neat. And this one I just love too. This is actually made in Norway. And this is one of those sauce that you serve gravy and sauce with. And I actually only paid about $3 for that. And less than $1 for the platter underneath. And yeah, made in Norway. Very nice, very good color, very strong look. Take away that ugly price tag. But yeah, I love to make gravy. No meal is complete without gravy or a sauce. So yeah, I like that one a lot. So that was my haul. I can see that this is getting a little bit long, but you know, there was a lot to find. So I will see you guys very soon. Bye from Kay in Mad, Maine. Bye.